We each have our own firsthand experiences with borders, walls, settler colonial violence, and the right to self-determination. We cannot, with any writer or community, being oppressed.
While book bannings are on the rise by 33% here in the US, as shown by a study by PEN America, we join Palestinian author Runda Jarrar and other allied authors in their call out of PEN America.
PEN's mission is to fight for free speech and the rights of writers worldwide, but the organization has been largely silent on the targeting, kidnapping, and murdering of Palestinian journalists, poets, writers, and professors since October 7th.
We know silence is compliance, and we five poetas refuse to be silent. We stand with people of all faiths and backgrounds around the world demanding a ceasefire. Viva Gaza, viva Palestine.
Thank you. Flower Song Press and Mouthful Press are just a small representation of the Latinx-owned independent presses creating vibrant work in the Borderlands. Both founded in Texas, these presses publish new, emerging, and established writers who've historically gone underrepresented, but whose words hold the power of resilience and transformation. This poetry reading celebrates contemporary Latinx poets and their books of struggle, truth, and hope as a call to elevate diverse voices and spread cultura. We will start with Xochitl Julissa Bermejo. Xochitl Julissa Bermejo is the author of Posada, Offerings of Witness and Refuge, from Sundress Publications, and is a former Steinbeck Fellow and Poets and Writers California Writers Exchange winner. She is the creator of the quarterly reading series Hitched and a co-founder of Women Who Submit. Welcome.
Hi, thank you folks. Hey! I'm gonna read some poems from Incantation, my new book from Mouthfeel Press. Thank you, Mouthfeel Press. Thank you, Maria. This came out in October 2023. It's in 3 sections, and the first section so there's a lot of love poems in here, but love poems of different kinds. And the first section are love poems to people who have been murdered by government-sanctioned violence, and also then love poems to my friends, to my cultura. And so this is 2 poems from that section. And this is in memoriam of Claudia Patricia Gomez Gonzalez. Mamita, we're going on ahead. Mamita, you would have been proud to see your princesita pushing against current to cross the Rio Bravo. But when feet reached the shore, orders came to hide. I did my best to make my body soft as sand. It wasn't enough. Only a mile in and minutes on the land, Border Patrol shot me. Long grasses held me. I thanked Earth for its kindness. With my face half in blood, half in dirt, I heard a woman screaming. She named me Chava, Ruca, Muchacha. I wished to thank her too, but reeds wrapped around my ears sang me to sleep. Mamita, don't cry. I've gone on ahead. One day we'll be reunited, but my blood stays, soaks the soil, stains their precious border. Thank you. And like I said, this is a love poem from my mother, or me and my mother, and the river, so I thought it was a nice poem to read after that. This is from what my mother would tell me was my birth story, and this is called Birth Story, and it was written for my mother on my birthday on April 28, 2020. The story goes, you always wanted a daughter, but never liked the name Xochitl. It took 3 baby boys before you could finally thank the universe for the flower that bloomed from your earth. The story goes, you pained for a week. Ruben, you screamed to a husband in the middle of the night. At the hospital, doctor shook head, said, go home, wait. But they didn't know you never stilled. Instead, you had a husband take you for a Sunday drive up a mountain, found a spring creek. 9 months big, you balanced over stones and babbling water. Had the baby within asked for a drink? Did you know a flower needed the shade of trees, the sweet talk of river to call her home? No, the story is the mountain knew you, had requested you come. Thank you. The second section was from these poems that I wrote while I was in residency at Gettysburg Military Park in Pennsylvania. So in 2017, I was awarded this Poets in the Park residency. I was there for 3 weeks. It was September, so it was a really strange time to be there because August 7, 2017 was when the Charlottesville rallies were happening with white supremacists, and Heather Heyer was murdered by white supremacists. And then also in the fall of that time was Kaepernick was on the Niners and protesting. And so there was a lot of things happening, and then around, like those were all the things that were happening, and then I was living as a Chicana on a Civil War site with over 1,100 monuments. So it was just a really weird time to be there. And so these are 2 poems from that time. And there was a lot of ghosts, by the way. I was very scared of ghosts. I lived in this house by myself, and there was 2 soldiers who died in the basement. So I was communing a lot with ghosts. Living with the dead, after the 11th Massachusetts Infantry Monument, Gettysburg National Military Park. A ghost yanks at my feet, dragging me from navy sheets and onto the floor. I fumble for the phone, my hand asleep. I'm pregnant, I say, but the baby is yours. Tingling fingers speak to what's real and not. It's pitch black, and yet I feel the line of teal cannons below my 2nd-story window, watching. In the living room, a battle flag set in a field of white, hate on display, taunts. I never turn out the lights. The land is so dark, I doubt the day. At dawn, I rush out barefoot to meet the sun and name the fog. Down the lane, a single hand rises from concrete, clutching a saber. The hand thrusts into the air like the living dead. Well, all ends that is well, the hand thinks, but thoughts choke on stone and stumble. The hand hacks before trying again. Well ends well, that's all. And again, well, all that ends. No, the thought is merely all ends.